Hey there, all of my Aries people. It's time for your weekly astrological and tarot card forecasts for the week starting July 14th, 2024. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a personal reading, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. This week, on the 15th, we open up with a very intense Mars conjunct Uranus in Taurus, which is occurring in your second house of income, employment, valuables, and security. And this is going to open up about a 6-week period of shakeups and wake-ups, just peaking around this time and the second half of July. Now, for a lot of you, this can be both exhilarating and something that could even break you out of a lot of ruts as far as your income or maybe job stagnation or professional stagnation is concerned. But you're going to want to be very mindful during this time as well, because Mars and Uranus coming together can create a lot of chaos. And sometimes you might even notice some fights or unexpected upsets coming up, even though this is about breaking a lot of fossilized conditions. Just keep in mind as we go through the course of this next few weeks, starting on the 15th, it's going to get pretty wild. On the 20th, we've got Mars sextile Neptune retrograde in Pisces, and this is going to be bringing in a very cool opportunity for a very special connection to provide you with some kind of valuable favor, hookup, or maybe gift. Likely something that could be done as a very important deed by a friend, a family member, or somebody that you have a close tie with. This could be something happening out in the open, or something that could be going on behind the scenes, a bit of a secret favor, guardian angel kind of moment. And this is likely going to be helping you to make a shift with some kind of long-term plan or long-term goal that you have maybe lost track of or have not been able to find the time to invest yourself in the way you'd like. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. Okay, Aries, here is your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, you have the Ten of Swords upright. And so the Ten of Swords, in short, is all about abrupt punctuations and even harsh ends to harsh situations. The Ten of Swords is a card of finality, and it is a card of transition. But what the Ten of Swords often does bring about is endings to things that are not getting better, that are actually doing more harm than good by sticking around, by being around, as well as things that can't be improved, right? They can't really go any further than they are, or perhaps are actually doing more harm in the effort to maintain them. This can be a fairly grim message on the surface, and so yeah, there could be a lot of disappointments that come up this week, but understand that what is being kind of ended or taken away are things that are actually already creating a lot of problems just for being. And some of you, because this is the spiritual theme card, may actually be inflicting the Ten of Swords experience yourself, quitting, dropping, or abandoning things, or putting the kibosh on things yourself. But that is going to be a big part of this week for you. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, practical affairs, you've got the Nine of Swords upright. And the Nine of Swords is all about stress. It's all about anxiety, and it can indicate a lot of hectic activity, a lot of chaotic activity, or let's just say high-pressure moments that could be getting us a bit out of sorts. A lot of the times the Nine of Swords can usually show up where there is some kind of trouble afoot when it comes to a financial, professional, or family matter. However, I've also seen this card show up in situations where people need to be ready to take on something that could be scary, something that could be high pressure, or maybe something that is a bit discombobulating in order to step up into a higher level with a work or financial matter as well. So it doesn't have to be all bad. But with the Nine of Swords, you definitely want to be ready to face certain fears or even be ready to confront certain complexes that come up during this week. There could also be something that maybe you've been trying to avoid, or something that you don't want to do that has to be mended, has to be focused on now. So with the Nine of Swords, just be ready. It's going to be a pretty tough week there. For your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, we've got the Page of Swords reversed. And the Page of Swords reversed is, unfortunately, it's a card of discovering where there could be misinformation, disinformation, rumors, or even instigation happening where it does not belong. And with the Page of Swords reversed, some of you might find yourselves in a situation where a friend or a contact or a relative is kind of creating a lot of problems through a lot of misinformation, stirring the pot, acting out, possibly even trying to pick a fight or pit people against each other, or push some kind of agenda or some kind of plan forward that is ill-founded. It's working with bad math. And if allowed to be leaned into or to play out, it's only going to cause more trouble. So be ready to step up here. For your challenge this week, you've got the High Priestess upright. And so the High Priestess is coming in and offering a lot of help. You know, even as a challenge, the High Priestess is a good card, but a lot of the times this card can show up where help is coming to help us in ways that don't really feel like they're things that are going to help us solve what we want to solve. The High Priestess is all about clarity, it's all about truth, it's all about sound guidance. And you may have to face certain situations where maybe help that is offered to you, assistance that's coming to you, may be directly antithetical to some of the things that you want to still take care of, even though you might not want to. Following advice, guidance, and help that may also still contradict certain things that maybe you think you need to prioritize. With the High Priestess, let people help you. Let people hook you up. Let people guide you. Let yourself be a bit more neutral in how you are looking at things, whether it's at work or with whatever's going on with the family situation or the friend situation or the contact with that Page of Swords reversed, because you've got it, but you need to be able to put it to good use, not try to put it to bad use. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Temperance card upright. And so there's a phase change going on, but one that is actually very sweet. The Temperance card is all about taking big steps slowly towards an important transformation, especially when it comes to the attainment of a certain goal, or maybe even healing something that has been maybe off or working against us in our lives. Now, this could be something that you and a partner are doing together, or this could be something that is changing the dynamic between you and your partner, especially in a corner of your world or your relationship that has been off or feeling blocked in some way. So it's actually a really, really sweet card. And for those of you who are single or are available to new people, this could indicate the slow but significant baby steps towards a new relationship opportunity getting realized as well. So that's what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, all my Taurus people out there. It's time for your weekly astrological and tarot card forecasts for the week starting July 14th, 2024. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you just need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, this week on the 15th, we open up with Mars conjunct Uranus in your sign, which is going to be opening up about 6 weeks of shakeups and wake-ups, all starting on the 15th. Now, because this is happening in your sign, this is one of those transits that can create a lot of moments where a lot of your personal goals, personal plans, solo projects, things that really kind of relate to you and your ideals are coming up for a lot of swift alterations. And this can, however, also bring a lot of weird chaos or even some upsets close to home. Now, it's important to pay attention to what goes on with Mars and Uranus coming up together, because at the end of the day, it really is all about breaking bad routines or breaking us out of stuck ruts or, again, fossilized conditions. This could be a very enlivening period for a lot of you, especially when it comes to things that you like to do for yourself, especially in areas of your life where maybe you've caught yourself starting to maybe live for others, or, having other corners of your world take over your time, your space, and you. So this could be, work's taking over my life, or a family member's taking over my life, or I'm living my life for this group, or I'm living my life for my partner, that kind of thing. Mars conjunct Uranus is getting you back on track with you, but this can also create some upsets in situations where maybe a lot of your time and your resources for yourself have been tied up in the wrong things. On the 20th, we've got Mars in your sign, sextile to Neptune retrograde in Pisces. And this is all about divine connectivity. And Neptune retrogrades in your 11th house of friendships and your support system. And there is likely going to be something that comes up through a very important conversation, meeting, or link up that is opening a door for you that is kind of getting you ready to take a brand new adventure in your life. This could be something spurred on by a friend, something that is getting initiated or inspired, or possibly an invitation or a new course or adventure you are charting on yourself or together. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on when it comes to the tarot and the traffic. All right, Taurus, time for your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme or your big focus, you've got the Knight of Cups reversed. And so this week is going to prompt you to pay close attention to where there are certain maybe elements of our world or certain things that we've got going on that we need to detach from, that we need to actually not be allowed to have a say or to have a vote or to have an influence in our goings on. The Knight of Cups reversed can be one of those cards where we have to see where boundaries have been getting breached, where people or situations are starting to have more influence over more corners of our world than they should. Sometimes this card can also indicate a time where we need to be ready to block or maybe even push back what could be seen as a bit of an infestation kind of experience. Sometimes crowding happens with this card. And with the Knight of Cups reversed, this can sometimes show us where certain things in our life are getting blocked, or maybe are not working the way they should, or are working more slowly, or are getting deprived of opportunities because of the wrong influences or the wrong company being present. So keep a lookout. That's going to be kind of the moral of the story this week for you. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, and practical affairs, you've got the Hermit reversed. And the Hermit card reversed is actually a really good card to get reversed, because this is all about opportunities coming out of the woodwork, allies, gifts, goodies, coming out of hiding, things that have maybe been either isolated, maybe they've just not been stepping up, they've been kind of in the wallflower experience, or this could even be just distance being closed between you and either helpful people or even monies that you've been looking for. With the Hermit reversed, we have an ally, a friend, somebody who is stepping forward to either pal up with us, join forces with us, or there may just be something that is, again, being delivered or being put on the table that's been waiting for its turn to come into plain sight. For your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you've got the Ten of Pentacles upright. Ten of Pentacles, this is all about wealth, abundance, good fortune, long-term security, and big wins. And with the Ten of Pentacles, a lot of you could be actually sharing in some kind of big news that is not just going to affect you, but it's affecting everybody related to the circumstances. This could be some kind of news of a big financial win coming through the pipeline, something good for a business, for a family, for a community. The Ten of Pentacles could also indicate some kind of new development or the completion of a journey that is also going to pay you out or hook you up very nicely as well. So it's definitely a lucky week on the money front for you guys. Your challenge this week is the Seven of Pentacles upright. And the Seven of Pentacles as a challenge can indicate waiting, it can indicate preparation, and sometimes we need to find the balance of not enough preparation or over preparation. So depending on where you fall on that spectrum, Taurus to Taurus, it's going to be a slightly different message for you. But with the Seven of Pentacles, a lot of you are going to need to be ready to act properly or in a timely fashion when good things come your way. You don't want to necessarily rush in an unprepared, impulsive kind of way. It's not always about striking when the iron is hot. Sometimes you want the iron to become more solid. But for some of you, it is going to be a week where maybe we've overprepared. Certain things are running the risk of cooling off and not being very workable if we've been taking it too slow. So see where you fall on that spectrum. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Four of Swords upright. And the Four of Swords is all about rest. It's all about peace, healing, regeneration. And with the Four of Swords, a lot of you might be finding that your love life, your personal life is becoming kind of more of a sanctuary space this week. So a lot of you may be deciding that you and a partner kind of want to do the couple's retreat away from the crowd, taking some downtime together, or maybe even taking some downtime away from the usual everyday stuff that we do to kind of, again, regenerate. And it is going to actually work wonders on your relationship goal, and the friendship that you have with each other. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, the Four of Swords is indicative of not a whole lot of activity going on here. You may find some good news as far as maybe, exchanging numbers, doing a little bit of a get to know you thing, but taking things slow is definitely recommended with this card. There's kind of a break, and whatever is getting initiated this week will need a little bit more time to develop. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website, integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, all of my Gemini people out there. It's time for your weekly astrological and tarot card forecasts for the week starting July 14th, 2024. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you just need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 15th, we open up with Mars conjunct Uranus in Taurus, your 12th house of the past, private matters, hidden opportunities, secrets, shortcuts, and old business. And we have this starting up a 6-week period of shakeups and wake-ups that all get going on the 15th and, again, the second half of July. With these two coming together, this is a time where a lot of unexpected left turns, shakeups, upsets, sometimes even fights and collapses may occur in long-term conditions that you have been living with, or long-term situations, long-term arrangements, or even things that have followed you from the past that you are still working with or having to prioritize in the present. This can be very liberating and very freeing, especially when it comes to things collapsing or falling apart or breaking away that either A, do not belong in the present with you, or B, never belonged in your life or your situation in the first place. However, this can also precipitate a lot of controversy and a lot of fights. Uranus and Mars come together, they can create a lot of riling up. So be mindful of that as we go through this period, but also understand that much of this can be turned to the good. On the 20th, we've got Mars sextile to Neptune retrograde in Pisces, which is all about divine connectivity. And it looks like there could be some kind of very important development going on in a relationship that is going to lift up a career opportunity or open a career road. Now, this could be something that is going on the job, or this could maybe be something going on with a friend, a professional ally, or some kind of important meeting, especially when it comes to being able to make an important discovery or to make a connection or link or bring something that has not been allowed to come forth into being in a good way have its chance. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with the tarot and the traffic. Okay, Gemini, time for that tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, you've got the moon reversed, which is a very important card all about revelations, truths coming out, and demystification, which is very on theme for this Neptune retrograde that we're going through as well. With the moon card reversed, this week is going to be all about the discovery of hidden information, but also the elimination of a lot of things that we could maybe call rumors, myths, things that are not necessarily true. And with the moon card, when it's reversed, it's all about also getting a chance to see where hidden opportunities, hidden gems, hidden help has been maybe covered up. And sometimes it's been covered up environmentally speaking, sometimes it's covered up by other people's influences, or sometimes it's just blocked out by our own tunnel vision. But with the moon card reversed, the world is opening up to you. A new light is getting shined on everything this week, and you want to pay attention to what you can work with. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, and practical affairs, you've got the Eight of Wands reversed. And so the Eight of Wands reversed can indicate slowdowns. It can indicate blocks, but it can also indicate redirects. Things needing to change direction. So a lot of you may find that certain work processes, financial processes, family plans, or maybe even a project that you have could be going in the wrong direction, or maybe it's come down the wrong road, or it's been on the wrong road, and it's starting to seize up. When we get the Eight of Wands reversed, it's important to know that this can still be good for us, but we have to be ready to change up plans a little bit. Maybe we're going about something the wrong way, with the wrong methodology, with the wrong resources, in the wrong place, or with the wrong people. And with the Eight of Wands reversed, we're going to get a chance to see, why those things are wrong, but we're also getting a chance to redirect ourselves to better. For your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Three of Swords in reverse. And the Three of Swords in reverse is a card of ending conflict, ending troubles, removing problems that could exist, maybe in a friendship, in your social life, in a family situation, or with somebody important to you. The Three of Swords reversed is all about confronting and eliminating the causes, cores, and effects of issues so that they don't keep coming back. Just keep in mind, though, with the Three of Swords reversed, sometimes it's tempting to not solve something all the way. People can kind of, get tempted to just sugarcoat too much or put band-aids on gunshot wounds. That's not a complete solution. See it all the way through, and that way, again, there can be a lot of old conflicts and old issues that keep coming up, finally eliminated from whatever this situation is talking about. For your challenge this week, you've got the Two of Wands upright. So the Two of Wands as a challenge is kind of an odd one, because the Two of Wands upright is actually a really good card. It's all about commitment, solid plans, solid initiatives, trustworthy help, and support. But when we have this card as a challenge, sometimes it's asking us to see where we are trying to make something good come out of a bad spot, a bad space, where we are trying to make something that won't work for us. And so the Two of Wands is saying, okay, kind of like that Eight of Wands reversed, it's time to start looking at things with honest eyes, because the Two of Wands is a card of honest eyes. It's about seeing and interpreting everything clearly. It's also a card of setting, locking things down that need to be locked down, so we can actually do some good work. With the Two of Wands, you might need to raise your standards for the way people are carrying on, or you may need to just be ready to call out things that you've been afraid to call out in order to straighten out your world. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Five of Wands in reverse. And the Five of Wands in reverse is all about ending conflict, funny enough. The Five of Wands reversed is a card of peace. It's a card of respite. It's a card of toning down, dimming down, or even stamping out dramas or controversies or issues that have been maybe, running for some time, whether it's a short time or for a long time. In fact, the Five of Wands reverse can also indicate some important quits or releases going on that are going to be improving your love life. So this could be something that you and a partner are agreeing to do, or this could be something that is maybe pushing a block out of your way when it comes to maybe finding new love for those of you who are single or available. You just got to be ready for the release. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, all of my Cancerian folks out there. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot card forecasts for the week starting July 14th, 2024. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you just need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. So, how do we start off this week? Well, we start off with a big bang on the 15th with Mars conjunct Uranus in Taurus, which is your 11th house of friendships, community, your support system, all of those kinds of important connections. And we have this opening of a 6-week period of shakeups and wake-ups beginning on the 15th. And you may find that certain friendships, social connections, or community associations are all going to be going through their fair share of shakeups and even chaos. Mars and Uranus together can sometimes bring unexpected upsets, changes of plans, as well as structural collapses when it comes to, all kinds of formations we may have made here. And this can be something that can be a bit upsetting. This can be something that can throw us through a bit of a whirl. However, a lot of good can come out of this because shakeups and wakeups can also indicate big breaks or breakthroughs going on in important friendships, in your social life in general, or perhaps things being stimulated by a lot of goings on in certain communities and connections that are also helping to break you out of a lot of fossilized ruts or stagnant conditions in other parts of your world. On the 20th, we've got Mars sextile to Neptune retrograde in Pisces, and this is all about divine connectivity. And a lot of you are going to be getting an opportunity to break away or get out of something that has been keeping you trapped because of some kind of important link, discovery, favor, or connection being made through a social circle, through a friend, or through an ally, new or known. Now, with Neptune retrograde in Pisces, this could absolutely be helping to open up a new road for you in life, maybe getting out of a lot of old plans, or maybe a lot of old commitments or arrangements you don't feel at home in anymore. This could absolutely be getting a lot of things on the move in your life that have become stuck, or replace things in your life that you can't work with anymore. So make sure that you are open to what is getting put on the table here. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Cancer, time to see what's going on with your tarot traffic. All right, and it looks like for your big spiritual theme or your big focus, you've got the Seven of Wands reversed. And so the Seven of Wands reversed is a card that shows up and, kind of gives us a bit of a heads up where we might be doing a lot of things the hard way, or we might be fighting the wrong battles, or we may find out that throughout the course of this week, a lot of things that we've been investing in are not going in the direction that we want them to go, or even if they are, they might be going about it the wrong way, especially when it comes to putting too much force, too much intensity, or too much urgency behind them. The Seven of Wands reversed is all about misdirected energy not necessarily being distributed properly, as well as possibly you might have to deal with some situations where people do not know how to control themselves or choose their battles. However, this is also a good card to have in this position because you're also getting an answer as to where certain things maybe are going wrong and for what reasons, and now we can actually get down to business in fixing them. Yep. Okay. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, practical affairs, we've got the Eight of Pentacles in reverse. Now, the Eight of Pentacles reversed is indicating there may be some issues that come up with a professional or financial matter, or maybe even something around the household due to a lack of information, a lack of detail, a lack of follow-through, or even a lack of education on the part of, certain situations where you might be dealing with people that don't really know what they're doing, or they are not covering all of their bases. This can show up as mistakes or errors. This can also show up in terms of maybe unpleasant discoveries, some kinks that need to be worked out with something that you might be engaged in or involved in. But it can be fixed, but we might have to be ready to start, demanding more of a tighter ship being run with whatever the circumstance is. And, very similarly to that Seven of Wands reversed, it can sometimes just be a message about something getting pushed forward or forced forward with the wrong intensity, or going in the wrong direction, or coming about something in a way where, again, vital details that would ground the situation and make it good are not being observed. So get ready to roll up your sleeves with that one. For your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the King of Wands upright. The King of Wands is all about getting taken care of. The King of Wands, I've referred to this before as the guy with the hookup. Might not be a guy, by the way, but with the King of Wands, there is a big boost coming to you. The King of Wands is here to help you maybe find or attain something that you have been seeking but have not been able to find for yourself. A lot of the times this could be somebody that is taking us by the hand and leading us. They could be gifting us with something, or they could be boosting something in our life that has been maybe staying small or is operating at a deficit in some way. Sometimes this card can show up where we are getting a chance to start connecting or working with more powerful, more supportive people, and you want to make sure there's room at your table for them. For your challenge this week, you've got the Knight of Pentacles upright. Knight of Pentacles upright is still a good card, even when it's a challenge, but it is demanding that, again, that running a tighter ship message is allowed to sink in. The Knight of Pentacles is all about diligence, productivity, prosperity, loyalty, steadfastness. And when this card shows up as a challenge, we are being challenged to raise our standards with things that we have maybe been overly permissive, overly loose, or overly let's just say permissive with. A lot of the times this card can show up where we have a chance to rise up out of a situation that we are due to grow out of. And we may even have some help with this as well. Sometimes the Knight of Pentacles can be a person who's helping us, but we don't really like the way they're helping us, or they are forcing us to step up our game. But your challenge is to let that happen. For your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Devil upright. And so the Devil is showing up here as a bit of a warning. A lot of the times the Devil card can show up where things that may prompt or elicit difficulties in terms of attachments, bad habits, personal vices, or maybe even adversarial influences are going to be a bit more rampant this week. Now, this could be something going on with you, with a partner. It could be something dealing with other people, troublemakers, bullies, things like that. Or this could be, more internal, right? Complexes, fears, or issues, or fixations that might come up that could prompt some irresponsible or even, just risky or unhealthy behavior. And with the Devil card, we are going to see what is setting it off, what's making it so, but we also need to be ready to look at it with objective eyes, because sometimes the Devil can be quite attractive, or we may be prompted to try to find a way to be an apologist for it. Not this time. And the same thing can also happen with new people, so be careful. There might be something kind of, working you up, but it's not working up in a good way. So that's what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, all of my beloved Leo folk out there. Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time for your weekly astrological and tarot card forecasts for the week starting July 14th, 2024. And just a quick reminder for everybody out there, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you just need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, starting on the 15th, we open up with Mars conjunct Uranus in Taurus, which is your 10th house of career, upward mobility, status, station, promotions, and raises. But with Mars conjunct Uranus, we see 6 weeks of shakeups and wake-ups beginning on that 15th. And you may find that life at work or life in a lot of career processes or maybe even certain career plans that you may have set for this year could be going through their fair share of whirlwinds, upsets, and surprise alterations of course. Now, this can bring certain bits of chaos or maybe even some fights or conflicts up in professional relationships and career goings-ons. However, this can also have a lot of good come out of it as well, especially if we have been looking to break out of any kind of ruts or perhaps score on some kind of novel or innovative or cutting-edge new development going on in our vocation, in our field, or with our business. So make sure you know how to direct this energy towards new, innovative things, as well as what's going to move you out of maybe roads, lanes, or off tracks that you don't really belong on anymore. On the 20th, we've got Mars sextile to Neptune retrograde in Pisces. And this is all about divine connectivity. And it looks like there is going to be some kind of very cool boost going on in your income, or perhaps some kind of opportunity to join forces professionally or romantically speaking with maybe a partner that is helping to bring some kind of aspiration or goal to life, because we're all putting our energies, our resources, our monies, whatever we are doing, into the same pot and making it so. Mars sextile to Neptune in Pisces can either affect our personal life or our professional life, but what is happening here is still a really good score. And there could be some really good news as well about maybe some kind of bonus source of income or win coming your way too. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Leo, time to see what's up with your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme or your big focus, you've got the Knight of Swords reversed. And so the Knight of Swords reversed is saying this week can feel a bit chaotic, a bit wild, almost like it's going too fast. A lot of the times the Knight of Swords reversed can show up where we need to be ready to take on situations where a lot of erratic, impulsive, or disorganized behavior could be riling things up or could be starting issues that absolutely don't need to happen. Sometimes this card can show up where it's just people not controlling their impulses, or it could be a situation where certain projects, certain plans are getting pushed ahead or getting accelerated prematurely. The Knight of Swords reversed is the card of wilding out. And so you may be noticing a lot of corners of your world getting kind of swept up in this if you're not careful. Your best advice with this card is know when to ground things, know when to, maybe make things wait, but also be ready to confront or reevaluate some of your own plans, some of your own timelines, some of your own deadlines, your own urgencies, because the Knight of Swords reverse is saying we don't want things wilding out this week. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, you've got the Seven of Cups reversed, which is a really good card to get here because the Seven of Cups reversed is all about reorganization. It's all about decluttering. It's also about promising commitments, things that are going to be made solid, continue to take care of us and pay us out, and all of that for a good long while. With the Seven of Cups reversed, this could be a great card for those of you that are looking to lock in some kind of new financial or professional commitment, something that is also going to help you get control of other things in your life that maybe have kind of gotten a bit discombobulated or gotten out of sorts. And this can also indicate the elimination of either people or circumstances that are speaking too much for your time, your space, your availability, or interfering with your, with your ability to get ahead with what you want to get ahead with, which is really good. For your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Ace of Wands upright. And so it looks like there is some kind of new adventure, new story, new beginning getting underway. The Ace of Wands is the card of initiations. It's the card of big boosts to our popularity, or maybe even a big boost to a project, something that is going to actually set you up to really actually get quite a bit of thrills, whether this is thrills on the financial front or thrills on the personal front. With the Ace of Wands, this new beginning is also going to help light some really important fires as far as not only your social connections are concerned, but maybe even get something started that's been waiting to get started. For your challenge this week, you've got the Eight of Swords upright, holding up, being stubborn. I'm saying this to myself as a Leo moon. With the Eight of Swords, we need to be careful about self-inflicted paralysis. Staying in a stagnant situation, working with the same stagnant conditions or the same stagnant people, or working in the same stagnant way, or even the same mindsets that we used to. The Eight of Swords can indicate opportunities for escape, for leaving, and holding unnecessary ground when we shouldn't. This is the card where you see the guy in the picture. Why is he there? He doesn't have to be there. There's an open field behind him. He can actually just kind of like drop the situation and walk away. He is standing there on, principle, but it might actually be working against him. We have to see what we might be attached to, what we might be holding out for or maintaining or continuing that is actually stopping us up this week, and cut it out. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, got the Nine of Pentacles reversed. And the Nine of Pentacles reversed is a card that warns about the wrong lines being crossed, things that may be not necessarily good to breach as far as boundaries are concerned. Sometimes this card can show up where certain things like maybe sharing friends or sharing plans or sharing business or whatever, mixing that with love in our personal life could create problems in the short term or maybe even, down the road. Partners may be trying to get more involved in things that they don't really need to be involved in your life, or maybe asking you to get involved in things in their life that you shouldn't be involved in. This can also sometimes show up where, again, kind of a little bit of codependent activity may be kind of rising up in a partner or in yourself, or maybe something is going on where your household is being asked to get involved in other household matters outside of your own that you shouldn't. And so be careful with the Nine of Pentacles reversed. Something is just kind of amiss there. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, sometimes we encounter situations where the wrong foot to start on is what's being stepped forward with first in love. And you got to be careful, again, with the Nine of Pentacles reversed. We don't want the wrong kind of connection or enmeshment to be what holds a relationship together. And there may be a lot of that going on. Again, inappropriate oversteps of boundaries, going places we don't need to go. And if it's in the beginning of a relationship, just make sure we catch that. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, all of my Virgo folks out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot card forecasts for the week starting July 14th, 2024. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you just need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. So what's going on when it comes to this week? Well, it all starts off with Mars conjunct Uranus in Taurus on the 15th, which is opening up a 6-week window period of shakeups and wake-ups, all beginning now, especially here in the second half of July. And this is all taking place in your 9th house of expansion, growth, big moves, big travel opportunities, long distance connections, as well as official matters such as government or legal proceedings, and even your spiritual path and academic pursuits. Now, when we have Mars conjunct Uranus, this can be a time where a lot of unexpected upsets, changes to plans, collapses to certain foundational structures, into institutions and policies could be happening over and over and over again. And you may notice that because this is in the 9th house, a lot of things are changing in certain professional, academic, and social communities that you are affiliated with, that you are connected to. When we have Mars conjunct Uranus, this can bring about a lot of endings and collapses, and possibly even a lot of fights in these areas of your life. But this can also, in spite of all complications, bring up opportunities for a lot of you to get out of some kind of situation that maybe has become almost like a vicious cycle or a repetitive curse as it relates to maybe entrapment with a certain work path, academic path, social life arrangement, or maybe something that has been keeping your world too small. If you've been looking to grow, get yourself out there, boost your popularity, start seeing the world, or boost your own prominence, this is a good thing for you. Just keep in mind, you're going to be doing this amidst a lot of chaos. On the 20th, we've got Mars sextile to Neptune, retrograde in Pisces. And Neptune's in your 7th house of partnerships, as well as marriage, your closest one-on-one connections, boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, husband, wife, roommate, your strongest alliances, any kind of close one-on-one arrangement. And with Mars sextile to Neptune, retrograde in Pisces, this is all about divine connectivity. And there is a very important syncing up of some kind of deep relationship that is starting to go through its own powerful evolution. Now, this could be with a close friend, this could be with a romantic partner, this could be with a business partner, it could be anything that is going to help bring you and another soul to a higher level in the way that you work together and carry on together. This could also be a beautiful time for anybody looking to perhaps bring more awareness and support to an important connection or a joint venture or joint pursuit that you are a part of or may start embarking on. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Virgo, let's look at your tarot traffic. So for your big spiritual theme, your big focus, you have the Six of Swords upright, which is all about moving on up in the world. The Six of Swords is about travel, it's about transition, leaving choppy waters for smoother waters, and departing situations that have been more trouble than they're worth, or maybe just departing situations that there is nothing left to be done with. In fact, the Six of Swords can also indicate deliverance, opportunities to be moved to maybe higher spaces, however that's going to apply in your world. A lot of the times this can be a transition where we need to be ready to keep up with good things coming in to substitute what have become bad normals in our life as well. But because the Six of Swords is also about going into a, let's just say, better unknown, you might also be challenged to open your mind about certain things that you've been very closed with as well. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, and practical affairs, you've got the Page of Pentacles upright. And the Page of Pentacles is all about a new seed getting planted, something very promising, something that is actually going to profit you much, is going to start to be getting down to business this week. Now, for a lot of you, this could be an important offer, or this could just be a trend changing with a financial matter, or something that is going to add to or boost you up in your material world. This is also a great time for new commitments, especially when it comes to things that could be setting up maybe some kind of new security or stability for your job or your family or your home. And what you want with the Page of Pentacles is to see what you can do to make this new opportunity feel at home with you. For your communications or your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you've got the Six of Wands reversed. Now, the Six of Wands reversed is all about changes of heart, backpedaling, reversing decisions, and it's actually a true neutral card. So for a lot of you, this could be a sign that you are getting a message that a friend or somebody that you are in regular contact with or a community that you're part of is changing course away from maybe a certain pattern, a certain commitment, or a certain activity or decision that they've been committed to for a while. Now, this could be good news for some of you. You know, this might be somebody deciding to quit something they've got no business doing, or unmaking or undoing a decision they have no business carrying on. But this can also complicate things every once in a while because, well, this might create some disruptions in certain spaces as well. For your challenge this week, you've got the Six of Cups upright. And so the Six of Cups is a card of revisits. It's the card of reunions and returns. But when the card shows up as a challenge, we have to be careful not to always look at things in terms of how we've experienced similar situations in the past, being hooked on the past, or thinking too much about the past, or becoming overly fascinated with ourselves and our past. We don't want to do that this week, and I'm speaking this to myself as a Virgo sun, because the Six of Cups is indicating while there may be a lot of things that come up that feel very vaguely familiar to things that we've gone through in the past, they're not your past. They are not things you want to just repeat your old style with. Otherwise, you're not giving them a fair shake. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Two of Swords upright. And the Two of Swords indicates a crossroads experience that's going to be put on the table. Now, this can indicate diverging roads where you and a partner may have something come up that forces us to be ready to take maybe our relationship plans or a relationship destination that we've been heading towards, or maybe a relationship road that we've been on, and be ready to take a different direction in a very simple form. Sometimes this card can be really, really good, but it forces us to get ready to, okay, instead of us going over here, we're going to go over here, and we haven't really made up our minds. The road that we've been on is not going to continue. So again, that crossroads, like, do we want to do this over here? Do we want to do this over here? Are we going to, continue with this project? Are we going to sub it out with this one? There's a lot of reevaluating going on here, but the Two of Swords is still a card that says, open up to it. It's preparation for a new chapter for you. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, the Two of Swords is indicating, well, some of you may have some options this week that you want to take your time with getting to know, right? Don't rush to pare your selections down. In fact, the Two of Swords, some of you may be meeting people that, or realizing that you want two different kinds of relationships. And you have to see what those relationships look like because you can't mash them into one. And sometimes we meet two different people that could offer us two different kinds of relationships, and we want both kinds of relationships. So you're going to need to take some time to really think things over. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, all my Libra people out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot card forecasts for the week starting July 14th, 2024. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you just need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. So what is going on when it comes to your week? Well, we start off on the 15th with Mars conjunct Uranus in Taurus, which is your 8th house of shared responsibilities, passive income, bonus monies, debts, intimacy, sexuality, as well as any kind of monies you may share with partners, such as business partners or romantic partners. And when Mars and Uranus come together, we see 6 weeks of shakeups and wake-ups beginning, getting the most attention and being the strongest as we go through the second half of July here. Now, with Mars conjunct Uranus, this could be a time where a lot of, yes, conflicts, fights, unexpected upsets, and breakthroughs, or even breaking points, start to come up to be assessed with these matters in your world. However, this can also be a time where unexpected good news could also turn your world upside down in certain places, especially when it comes to matters where we may have to be ready to shake up or break away from things that made us feel like we were in control in order to capitalize on good fortune. Be careful not to take unnecessary risks during this period with yourself or with your money, and make sure, however, you are also not clinging to anything that did used to give you a sense of control, because Mars conjunct Uranus in the 8th house can bring all kinds of bonus surprises. On the 20th, we've got Mars sextile to Neptune retrograde in Pisces. And Neptune is in your 6th house of work, your reputation, your schedule, lifestyle, how you organize your world. And when we have these two come together, it's about divine connectivity. And it looks like somebody out there likes you, because Mars sextile to Neptune retrograde is indicating some kind of very special handoff, special treatment, or some kind of lift that is going to be raising you up in the world in terms of your status, what you're recognized for, as well as what you are maybe compensated or appreciated for, whether this is happening on the job or with a community that you're a part of. But you want to make sure that you're ready to participate, because again, a special connection is getting made. So that is what we've got for your astrology and your weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. Okay, Libra, time to see what's up with your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme or your big focus, you've got the Three of Pentacles reversed. And the Three of Pentacles reversed is all about an end to some kind of work, some kind of productivity, or some kind of commitment that has been taking up a lot of your time due to either some kind of fallibility in the projects or the work that we've been doing, or maybe even with some of the spaces or people that we've been working with. In the spiritual theme context, the Three of Pentacles reverse is indicating a lot of things in your life are probably going to break down and be substituted with better. But you need to be ready to take your leave of a lot of old commitments and old plans. This can also indicate a need for you to be ready to step it up, where you have been maybe allowing crowds or external influences to make decisions for you, or make or break decisions for you, because this is going to be a time where you're kind of on your own in a lot of cases. However, this can be good, especially if you're looking to be set apart or rise up in the world independently from certain crowds, groups, and things like that. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, practical affairs, you've got the Emperor upright. And so again, rising up in the world is a big theme, and yes, independently so. In fact, the Emperor card upright is all about big wins, coming into a new position of power. And a lot of you could find that maybe somebody up there likes you. This could be an authority figure, a boss, or somebody with a lot of clout or influence, making an important power move that is actually setting you up for some kind of new success. Now, this could be a boss, like I said, or this could be somebody that is making an important call, or maybe even giving power to you to use as you will. This is going to be a great week for money. It's going to be a great week for career. It's going to be a great week for home. But with the Emperor, whatever power we are getting, we have to remember we are independently in charge of it being used responsibly. For your community, friends, and relatives, other people in your life, you've got the Two of Cups upright, which is all about unions. It's all about joining forces. It's all about commitments. And yes, this can also double as a bit of a love card for some of you, because the Two of Cups is all about getting a chance to get closer to important people, but also to join forces either in a platonic or possibly for some of you a romantic way that is going to create something that is bigger than the sum of its parts. With the Two of Cups, this could be a beautiful week for a lot of you looking to maybe get closer to allies. If you are looking for allies, you're looking for partners, whatever kind of partners, or you are looking to just kind of, again, break walls or break ice between you and people that you deeply care about, and that could be very helpful to you. This week, it's all about getting close and bonding and, again, becoming one with them. For your challenge this week, You got the Queen of Wands upright. Queen of Wands is actually a good card, but in a challenge position, what the card is saying is allow yourself to be lifted up. The Queen of Wands can sometimes show up where people are actually helping to make things bigger for us, promote us, to spread our good name, to propagate our good name, to help something that we care about flourish and get the awareness and backing that it needs, or helping to maneuver us onto paths or into strategies that are better for our own agenda than maybe our own plans. When the Queen of Wands shows up as a challenge, sometimes it can feel like we are getting promoted or lifted up too fast, or that things are going bigger or faster or in a way that we're uncomfortable with. And the Queen of Wands upright as a challenge says, adjust, let yourself cash in. Let yourself be helped. Let yourself actually go places that are bigger than maybe you expected. And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships more specifically, we've got the King of Cups in reverse. And the King of Cups in reverse is a card that indicates old issues, old bad habits, old insecurities, old problems potentially rearing their heads or coming out again. The King of Cups reversed can often show up where a person's maybe unfinished issues or unaddressed issues, or maybe even things that they just try to overcompensate for, are starting to take over them or take over a situation where they should not even be allowed to have a say. Now, this could be something coming up between you and a partner, an old issue in the relationship that's not really fixed or solved, coming back around, or this could be maybe something coming up with other people that, we have to get down to business with addressing properly, family members, in-laws, that kind of thing. The King of Cups reversed, however, can also agitate insecurities in you and in others. So you've got to be ready to be objective, not get taken in by them, and focus on, again, the greater good for all concerned. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, this can indicate somebody that might be in this headspace this week. And so we want to tread lightly. It's not necessarily saying that this is who they are 100% of the time, but this might not necessarily be a good week to do any kind of serious relationship business. Sometimes the King of Cups reversed is a temporary thing, but sometimes this is a person's true character, and you definitely don't want to make any big moves or get sucked into anything before this passes, and it has to pass. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, all of my Scorpio folk out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot card forecasts for the week starting July 14th, 2024. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you just need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 15th, we open up with Mars conjunct Uranus in Taurus, which is your 7th house of partnerships and closest one-on-one connections, the boyfriend, girlfriend, BFF, business partner, husband, wife, roommate, all of your closest one-on-one connections and the most involved one-on-one arrangements that you have. And this can indicate the opening of 6 weeks of shakeups and wake-ups that are beginning now. And you might find that a lot of close personal connections, close one-on-one connections, are starting to go through a fair amount of unexpected upsets and shakedowns that are both going to, yes, precipitate a lot of stress and possibly conflict and complications, but also, on the other hand, bringing opportunities to break out of trapped, stuck, or stagnant conditions. And this is a time where, if you've been feeling like maybe a romantic partnership or a business partnership, or if you've been looking for romance or you've been looking for a business alliance and walls have been getting hit, this will destroy walls, which is absolutely good, right? Good can come out of this. But this is going to also create a lot of storms as it occurs. Make sure that, of course, we are allowing good to come out of these things, and we are not clinging on to anything that could be an artificial sense of control and order, because a lot of important relationships are going to get a chance to evolve through this, and a lot of not so good conditions are going to be crumbling away because of this, and that's where the good really comes out of this kind of transit. On the 20th, we've got Mars sextile to Neptune, retrograde in Pisces. And Pisces is in your 5th house of romance, recreation, creativity, as well as personal enterprises and your relationships with your kids. And this is all about divine connectivity. And this is a very special period where a lot of you are getting a chance to delve into a much deeper sense of spiritual rapport with a romantic partner, or potentially meet a romantic partner with whom you have that kind of substantial spiritual and intellectual connection, or close the distance between you and somebody special in that way. This is also a time where a new bond or some kind of new friendship can emerge with one of our kids, and there may even be a lucky break when it comes to a personal enterprise or creative project that is dear to you. So that is what I've got for you all as far as your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. Okay, Scorpio, time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme or your big focus, you've got the Hierophant reversed. All right, so it looks like the rules of the game that's getting played are changing. A lot of the times the Hierophant card reversed can indicate a time of great transformation, as a lot of staples, a lot of conventions, a lot of normals and patterns in our life are coming up to be overwritten and replaced. And this can actually be a really good thing, especially if you've been dealing with a lot of situations where it may be a lot of rules or a lot of stipulations, a lot of overhead, influences have been cramping your style. However, the Hierophant card reversed is also indicating a departure from a lot of normals or the laws of the land that you are also going to need to be ready to keep up with when it comes to how you are running business in your own life. This can be extremely liberating and also get a lot of blocks out of your way, but you need to be able to keep up with the changes that are going on here. For your for your material circumstances, your work, job, finances, and practical affairs, you've got the Ten of Cups reversed. So this is a card that warns against frauds, fraudulent behavior, and imposters. The Ten of Cups reversed is what I kind of refer to as like the Stepford card, the plastic card, the Valley of the Dolls kind of card, where you might encounter a situation or a person that is very, very good at presenting, or I guess you could say branding itself a certain way that it is not. Again, it's a card of fraudulent behavior. This could be a deal, a contract, a proposition, an offer, but what is on the outside is absolutely not what's on the inside. You know, this is somebody who claims to be something they are not. This is something that claims to do what it's not going to do. This is something that is trying to sell itself as an idea or a presentation that is nothing of the sort. I can't imagine what that's like. So many healers out there who know nothing about magic, energy, or spiritual practice. Anyway, but with the Ten of Cups reversed, you're going to want to be ready to shut it down. And if it's not something new that's getting proposed, well, then it may be something that you discover that you need to get away from or stop participating in. For your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you've got the World card upright. And the World card is a card of success. It's a card of advancement, culminations, and lucky breaks, right? This is about closing up a journey and being able to actually advance and level up. And when we have the World card here, there is going to be some really good news coming your way through a friend, through a contact, or maybe a community or somebody that you're connected to that is letting you know that an initiative that you're a part of, something that you're participating in, is going through this process. Now, this could be a big break for your personal life, your social life, again, a family or a group you're a part of, or this is something that is boosting you professionally speaking, or giving you an out or a successful win or departure that is going to do wonders for you and all involved. For your challenge this week, we've got the Queen of Pentacles in reverse. Now, the Queen of Pentacles reversed is the mooch, the leech, the user. This is the card of negligence, wastefulness, and even abuse of trust. A lot of the times, the Queen of Pentacles reversed can show up where we might be dealing with a situation where somebody is attempting to score or to profit from something that we are doing, but they're not actually authentically there. Maybe this is somebody who is, bringing about that Ten of Cups reversed experience. Or this could be a mess that is getting made by somebody that has no business doing or being where they are. A lot of the times, the Queen of Pentacles reversed, this is something that we need to be more honest with ourselves about. Sometimes this is a situation where you got to be careful not to be manipulated by them. You got to be careful not to be won over by any excuses or sob stories, and just lay down the law instead. For your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Four of Wands reversed, and it looks like new construction is getting underway. A new story is getting built here as well. The Four of Wands is one of those cards that's good upright and it's good reversed. You just can't screw it up. And with this card, it looks like a lot of you are getting a chance to prepare for some kind of important milestone that you're going to cross in relationship matters. Now, this could be between you and a partner or for the whole family. This could be because of some kind of breakthrough that a partner or you are having or you're going through together, or something that is actually kind of blessing the couple or the household itself. And for those of you who are single or are available to new people, this week you might be laying the bricks for a new love story to begin as well. But it's going to be coming in piece by piece. So that's what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, all of my Sagittarius folk out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot card forecasts for the week starting July 14th, 2024. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you just need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. So what's going on when it comes to your astrology this week? Well, we open up with the 15th, and it's big Mars conjunct Uranus in Taurus. And this is activating your 6th house of work, reputation, schedule, lifestyle, and the way that you order your world. And this is creating a period of about 6 weeks of shakeups and wake-ups, starting strong in the beginning, but again, easing off as we go into the rest of July and even into August. Now, for a lot of you, Mars conjunct Uranus in Taurus is going to make you feel like a lot of what is considered a part of your work environment or maybe your community environments are getting kind of turned upside down. Wake-ups and shake-ups from these two does tend to bring about a lot of upsets, a lot of potential issues around accidents, mistakes, fights, conflicts, or sudden big developments that break down old normals, old policies, old standards, old conventions and institutions. However, while this is going on, yes, I do see that this could bring about certain fights or certain arguments or even falling outs. This is also going to be a time where a lot of you are getting a chance to finally break free from conditions that have become very confining when it comes to your life and how you want to live it, your lifestyle and how you want to live it, whether it's in a professional sense or a social sense. This is also a time where how you are viewed, who you're keeping company with, as well as what you're able to do with your time, your talents, and your money is going to be going through a bit of a whirl, but in a way where a lot of things that were speaking for all of that, instead of you speaking for it, are also going to be crumbling away. This is a time where there is a sense of loss of control, but also a loss of controlling influences that have been stifling us as well. So let good come out of it. Of course, take all necessary, due diligence precautions with any situations that could be overly sensitive, but understand good can come out of this. On the 20th, we've got Mars sextile to Neptune retrograde in Pisces. This is linking up with your sixth house, your fourth house, sixth house too, but fourth house of home, family, living situation, and home economy. And this is all about divine connectivity. And it looks like there could be some kind of very special work or family development that is helping to create an opportunity for you to change the direction a family or household agenda is going into one that is much more prosperous and one that is way more emotionally, socially, and personally fulfilling, not only for you, but for others. This can, however, also bring up a situation where we may need to be ready to substitute, switch, or swap out certain family arrangements or even family relationship conditions that we may have. But this is also something that is going to put you and yours in a very good way. So that's what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Sagittarius, time to see what's going on with your tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme or your big focus, you've got the Chariot reversed. This week is going to get pretty crazy. The Chariot reversed is a card of a lot of fast-paced developments, a lot of things kind of growing and getting more active all at the same time. And yes, sometimes it can feel like things are getting a bit out of control. With the Chariot reversed, you're going to need to see where you need to rearrange your plate in a lot of places, especially where we've been maybe taking a bit of a live and let live or see where the chips fall kind of approach with certain strategies or certain commitments, because everything is becoming a bit more demanding. Now, this can still be a good card in spite of all of that, because this is also a week of tremendous progress, tremendous fast action, especially in situations where maybe life has become a bit slow, a bit dull, or unproductive. But you need to make sure that this does not take you away with it. Otherwise, you may find that it's just too hot to handle when everything starts to get demanding at once. You're going to feel like you need to be in so many places at once. There's not enough time in the day. Get organized. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, practical affairs, you've got the Four of Cups reversed. And this is all about a sudden opportunity to break out of a rut. The Four of Cups reversed can show up as a blessing in disguise, or as I like to term it, a blessing that shows up in an inconvenient way. Something that is actually good for us, but could still actually be a bit disruptive, throw us through a bit of a whirl. This could be something put on the table or something that is evolving out of a present commitment or job or project, or something coming out of the blue that is gonna kind of bump up against a lot of other things you've got going on. But with the Four of Cups reversed, again, a blessing is a blessing is a blessing, even if it's coming in a way that is inconvenient. So make sure you find a way to work this in. You may have to work around some other things you've got going on, or rework your schedule, rework your agenda for the week in order to include it. For your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you've got the Knight of Wands upright, and this week it looks like some very good help is on the way. The Knight of Wands indicates a very driven, very ambitious, and very energized kind of mood. This is the work of somebody that is going to put a lot of power in your favor, especially when it comes to speeding up growth with things that need to be sped up. The Knight of Wands could indicate a friend or an ally stepping into action for you, or helping you in a situation where maybe we could use the extra firepower even. But with the Knight of Wands, you are also going to want to make sure that you can keep up with what's going on here as well. The Knight of Wands can also indicate somebody helping you to transform something that is not actually meeting its fullest potential as far as maybe a plan, an arrangement, or a project is concerned, and helping you to build that up as well. For your challenge this week, you've got the Page of Cups reversed. And so the Page of Cups reversed is all about unwanted attention, unwanted affection, unwanted involvements. And you might find yourself in situations where certain people are trying really, really hard to get way too close. I've often seen this as the card of, people who are being intrusive or people who are insinuating themselves into situations where they don't belong. We might be getting praise. We might be getting buttered up, for doing things or trying to, or feeling peer pressure to do things we don't want to do. There may even be incentives or gifts put on the table to go and do things for people that we don't want to do them for. And sometimes this card can also show up where, really fawning, cloyy, stalker type experiences can sometimes happen as well. Be careful to be more direct when it comes to saying no, when it comes to shutting things down, when it comes to closing things up, because sometimes we get people who either aren't getting the message or don't want to get the message with this card. And so you maybe got to be tougher. For your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Ace of Pentacles upright, which is all about solid new beginnings, solid new starts, as well as even gifts that keep on giving. The Ace of Pentacles is all about a new era getting initiated, something that is very prosperous, very comfortable. This could indicate some really good money news coming to a relationship, whether it's to you or a partner or to the unit of the partnership, the family itself. But with the Ace of Pentacles, this is also about something finally getting a chance to be realized that is a dream or a goal that you or a partner have. And it's going to change the nature. It's going to change the dynamic of the way this relationship is run. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, this is a slow start with a promising progression in love and romance. The Ace of Pentacles can often show up where we have a chance to develop a strong friendship, a sense of kinship with somebody before we go down the romantic road. But that is an option on the table if we stick it out. So if you're down for that, that's on the table as well. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, all of my Capricorn folk out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot card forecasts for the week starting July 14th, 2024. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you just need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. So what's going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 15th, we've got Mars conjunct Uranus in Taurus, your fifth house of romance, recreation, creativity, personal enterprises, and your relationships with your kids. And this is a time where 6 weeks of shakeups and wake-ups start to get underway, particularly in the second half of July. Mars conjunct Uranus in Taurus can bring a lot of unexpected upsets, disruptions, and alterations of courses as it relates to plans that you may have with a romantic relationship, a personal enterprise, or maybe a parenthood or a parent-child relationship or arrangement that you have there. However, this can also be a time that does bring in a lot of opportunities to shake these areas up in your life for the best, especially when it comes to getting out of stuck, stagnant, or trapping conditions that have almost made you feel like maybe your love life or an entrepreneurial project or a creative project have been trapped in a cement box. Or if you've been feeling like maybe you are having a hard time making a bridge in terms of a connection with one of your kids, this can also be a very special transit. But sometimes with Mars conjunct Uranus, there can also be a lot of conflicts, confusion, and disarray that come up as a part of it. So make sure that you are understanding that while this is going on, good can come out of it. And there's always a reason. On the 20th, we've got Mars sextile to Neptune retrograde in Pisces, which is all about divine connectivity. And Pisces is your third house of communications, pacts, promises, commitments, contracts, and your network. And it looks like an important link or an important new road is getting established during this time, especially when it comes to you being able to pull closer to yourself some kind of win or some kind of success, either through an ally or a friend, new or known, or a development going on in your network, something that is actually expanding or opening a road for you that is also helping you to maybe solve or get away from certain problems or mysteries that have felt unsolvable until we get past this week and put it to work. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Capricorn, let's have a look and see what's going on with that tarot traffic. And it looks like for your big spiritual theme or your big focus, you have the Justice card upright, which is all about firm new roads and commitments being locked in. This is going to be a week of a lot of very important commitments, bringing a new sense of balance, order, stability, and continuity into your life, especially in situations that have become a bit chaotic or that they have maybe pulled you off of certain paths or out of certain lanes that you do belong in. With the Justice card upright, this could also be a very good week for correcting or righting a lot of wrongs that have been maybe thrown out of balance. A lot of the times with the Justice card, we see things getting moved back and forth from where they don't belong, from where they do belong. And so this can actually be a really cool week for a lot of you if you've been feeling like, okay, there's things that belong to me, there are things that I've been kind of getting blocked from getting, or something has kind of thrown my world out of balance. Justice card upright is all about correcting that. But also things that you have that don't belong to you, things that maybe, came about in your world, got put upon you, or ended up with you that don't belong with you, are also going back to where they belong. And so the Justice card upright, again, about setting everything upright. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, and practical affairs, you've got the Page of Wands reversed. And the Page of Wands reversed is a card that does indicate some disappointments could be coming out of flaky behavior, scatterbrained behavior, or things that are starting to get slipped up or maybe just get a bit messy. A lot of the times this card will show up where we might be dealing with other people's flaky behavior, something dropping out, somebody not doing their due diligence, not following up, or maybe not doing just the bare minimum of what it takes as far as their responsibilities are concerned. This could be coworkers, this could be bosses, this could be family members, and we might need to be ready to take on some more work this week to see things through. However, this can also be a good card, especially in situations where maybe other people's bad choices or other people's mistakes could also get us off the hook for things that we don't need to be dealing with either. It's like, okay, well, you did it bad, so I can get out. For your community, friends, relatives, and other people in your life, you've got the Two of Pentacles in reverse. And the Two of Pentacles in reverse is a card of commitment. It is a card not dissimilar to the Justice card upright, because the Two of Pentacles reversed is all about locking things down that have been maybe up in the air for too long, and also clearing away things that have been interfering with plans, but we've been forced to kind of have them as a responsibility, or we've been juggling them. Now, for a lot of you, this could be something going on with other people, other friends, again, community members, allies, family members, but you are also going to be finding out about certain things disappearing in other people's lives as well. In fact, some of you may find that there's good news coming from a friend or an ally, a partner, a family member, dropping something that has been kind of taking over their life, and it's improving their connection and the work they're doing with you when they drop it. For your challenge this week, you've got the Judgment card, reversed. Quit. This is a card of quits. This is a card of cancellations. And when we get this card as a challenge, it's asking us to let go of things. It's asking us to stop pushing for things that continue to show us where it doesn't belong with us or where we don't belong. A lot of the times the Judgment card reverse can bring a lot of relief because we are seeing chances to get out of, cancel, drop, or take our leave of things that, we might feel like are important, but they're not really important. We also see this card show up where we could be getting off the hook for things that we thought we had to stay on the hook for, that we thought we were responsible for. However, this can show up as a challenge and might not always feel so good when it's happening, because sometimes it can be a bit of a bruise to the ego, or it might even unsettle us for a little bit. But the Judgment card reverse is saying here, again, it's still for the best that certain things either stop short, fall down, and get you off the hook. And finally, for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Five of Pentacles in reverse. And the Five of Pentacles in reverse is all about filling voids. It's all about getting things that we've been operating without and being able to finally regain some sense of comfort, or maybe even a sense of progress or success in the world. And the Five of Pentacles reverse for love can indicate some kind of good help coming to us through a partner, through a partner's contacts, or maybe something a partner comes by. Or there could be some kind of gift or supplement coming to the relationship or the household, helping us to fill a void, whether it's a material void, a social void, or whatever kind of void that we've been operating at a deficit with. And for those of you who are single or available to new people can also do this. You might be finding that, love and romance could also be hooking you up and helping you out with other areas of your life this week. I mean, as sort of an extra bonus. We don't want to go into love and romance with that as the plan, right? Don't be like, oh, I'm going to get into a relationship so you'll heal me, or you'll fix this, or you'll pay for this. No, I'm not saying you're going to do that. I would never. But I do think with the Five of Pentacles reversed, it can be an added bonus. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, all of my Aquarius folk out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot card forecasts for the week starting July 14th, 2024. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you just need to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. So, what is going on when it comes to your week? Well, on the 15th, we've got Mars conjunct Uranus in Taurus, your fourth house of home, family, living situation, living arrangements, as well as home economy. And this is beginning a 6-week period of shakeups and wake-ups that are going to be especially strong in the second half of July. Mars conjunct Uranus in Taurus is all about breaking down foundations as well as established norms that are starting to actually hurt those involved, or fossilize situations in ways where they are becoming difficult, oppressive, entrapping, costly in any kind of way. And this is a time where, yes, even unexpected upsets or arguments or fights, conflicts could come up in this area of your life. However, good also comes out of Mars conjunct Uranus in Taurus, especially when it comes to being able to break free from any kind of imprisoning ruts or situations that have been keeping you locked in a stage or space in life that you would wish you and your family could get out of. On the 20th, we've got Mars sextile to Neptune retrograde in Pisces. And this is all about divine connectivity. And it looks like there could be some kind of very special link up, favor, or hookup coming that is going to be setting you and your financial life or your professional life up for a much brighter future. Mars sextile to Neptune retrograde is bringing in some kind of help with a financial imperative or a professional imperative that could use it, or something that could also become an even bigger score as we go into later on in the year. So be ready for it. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Aquarius, time for your tarot traffic. All right, for your big spiritual theme or your big focus, you've got the Strength card upright. And so this week is all about everything in your world starting to become bigger, faster, smarter, stronger. The Strength card is the amplifier card. This is indicating a lot of things in your life that have maybe been due for a bit of a growth spurt are going to be getting that growth spurt, especially when it comes to situations where we know we could be either doing more, profiting more, or maybe just progressing more. A lot of the times the Strength card upright shows up where we are coming into a sort of a new normal when it comes to the power, the resources, and even the social connections that we have around us. And there are going to be a lot of switches and swaps as well to maybe some of the tools and the resources that you have, because the Strength card upright can also indicate a lot of upgrades, a lot of updates, and just all of that good stuff going on as a gear check in your life as well to set you up for success. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, practical affairs, you've got the Ten of Wands upright, and the Ten of Wands is all about success, but it's success that may be very busy. In fact, this is a very demanding card. This is a chance for a lot of you to really get ahead when it comes to certain professional or financial ambitions. It's going to be a great week for prosperity, but you may also find yourself, in a lot of cases, feeling a bit overburdened, feeling a bit overwhelmed, almost like there's too much on your back. You're kind of, you've got the world on your shoulders. With the Ten of Wands, even if that is the case, you have to pay attention to where this is actually building up to an important graduation moment. This could be something that's put on the table at work or with a new job, or this is something going on with the financial matter. You might not be able to enjoy the rewards or the spoils of a lot of your hard work this week, but you are accumulating them. For your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you've got the Nine of Wands upright. And so the Nine of Wands is a card of protection, and it is also a card of setting oneself up for success. And this could be a week where you find that a friend or a contact is taking a step back. They are maybe putting up a wall or a fence around themselves in order to take on a situation that they need to take care of before they can maybe engage you or other members of the group or the family or whatever. With the Nine of Wands, however, some of you may find that this friend or this ally, while they are doing that, may also be offering to help protect you or take you under their wing to help you out with something as well. But they may be doing it from a bit of a distance, or they may be kind of, again, choosing not to get overly involved or directly involved in a lot of matters that they used to be. Just remember that with the Nine of Wands, this is something that they have to do, and they will do it very well, and it will be good for you and for them and your relationship. For your challenge this week, you've got the Ace of Cups reversed. And so the Ace of Cups reversed is a card of blocked emotions, blocked new beginnings, things that maybe we are having to block ourselves from, or things that we think we have to block ourselves from. And a lot of the times the Ace of Cups reversed, it is about blocked new beginnings. And there could be some issues coming up for you this week, Aquarius, where you might have to see where you are not available. Mentally, emotionally, or in your availability to new beginnings, where you might not necessarily be letting yourself take a new step. A lot of the times this card can show up where we might be excluding or blocking or refusing things that are good for us because of whatever reason. And you gotta check that every once in a while. Where are you doing that? Where does that need to stop? And for your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, you've got the Nine of Cups in reverse. Now, the Nine of Cups reversed, I kind of look at this as sort of like a rom-com kind of card, because it is a comedy of errors, but it can still be a really good card. The Nine of Cups reversed is all about wishes. The Nine of Cups is all about wishes, intentions, desires, and requests getting answered. But we might be finding that sometimes wishes are getting granted, but they're incomplete, or there may be some misunderstandings because maybe the way we're going about something or making our wishes or our needs known is not effective. It's not efficient. It's not right for what we want. And for a lot of you, there could be some issues going on in partnerships where, you guys are really working hard on trying to take care of each other, but you're not communicating your needs, or you're not communicating or articulating your intentions and your desires in a way that makes them serviceable. And you've got to make sure that you do that this week, because people are going to be following to a T what you're wishing for, but making the wish is up to you. And making the wish right is your responsibility. This could also indicate some wins that are coming into you and a partner that, again, might be incomplete, kind of 90, 95%. We might need to be ready to make some adjustments for there, but it's overall still a good card. And for those of you who are single or available, much of this is the same. And again, people are really taking each other at their word. So our words need to be acute and accurate. So that's what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com. Hey there, all of my Pisces folk out there, Sun, Moon, and Rising. It's time to have a look and see just what's going on when it comes to your weekly astrological and tarot card forecasts for the week starting July 14th, 2024. And just a quick reminder, if you ever want to get a personal reading with me, you just got to go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com, or you can follow the links in the down bar below. So what's happening here with your week, astrologically speaking, weather-wise? Well, on the 15th, right in the beginning, we've got Mars conjunct Uranus in Taurus, which is your third house of communications, pacts, promises, contracts, commitments, and your network. And we see Mars conjunct Uranus creating 6 weeks of shakeups and wake-ups, strongest felt as we go through the second half of July. And I feel like for a lot of you, this is going to be a time where there's a balance of difficulty as well as liberation going on at the same time. Whenever we have Mars conjunct Uranus and Taurus, we see a lot of disruptions, we see a lot of upsets, and even a bit of chaos. But we also see breaking out of trapped conditions, breaking out of stuck conditions. And because this is the third house, this could also be the ending or the elimination period of a lot of contracts, a lot of agreements, a lot of commitments that have either been imposed upon you or working in your world for a long time, or even things that you've entered into that are actually not good for you, however long ago you may have done that. Now, with Mars conjunct Uranus, this again can bring up some fights, but this can also bring some breakthroughs. This can actually bring some sudden wins or victories, blessings in disguise. And so it's really important to remember that good can come out of things like this, but it may set your network and your some social connections ablaze for a minute. On the 20th, we've got Mars sextile to Neptune, retrograde in Pisces, your sign, and this is all about divine connectivity. And with Mars helping out Neptune, we see some kind of important gift or assist happening in your life. Because Neptune is retrograde, Neptune's focusing all on mystery solving, problem solving, as well as truth revealing. And this could be some kind of assist, save, or help with something that you've been at your wit's end when it comes to bringing a permanent solution to or a permanent ending to in order to move forward in your life. And so stay on the lookout, because Mars will always bring in the help where we need it. So that is what we've got for your astrology and the weather. Let's have a look and see what's going on with your tarot and the traffic. All right, Pisces, let's have a look and see what's going on with that tarot traffic. All right, and for your spiritual theme or the big focus of this week, you've got the Five of Cups upright. And so the Five of Cups is a card that is all about processing and closing up old hurts, old disappointments, or maybe even old losses or failures in preparation for truly moving on and truly moving forward. This is the card that calls us back to old business. Now, this is a card that can often be confused when it comes to tarot interpretations, but it never brings new loss. It never brings new disappointments or anything like that. It is always about things that have been maybe running in the background that have their roots in the past. Now, for a lot of you with the Five of Cups upright, this could be a week where you are forced to look at things that you don't want to look at, that you do need to see with objective eyes. You may have to go back and clean up some unfinished business of your own, or even scrap or be ready to let go of things that have already maybe stopped short, have already ended, have already been the cause of harm or disappointment in our lives that we still carry into this day. But with the Five of Cups, the more you do, the more you'll be actually getting some happy replacements and moving forward. For your material circumstances, work, job, finances, practical affairs, we've got the King of Pentacles upright. And it looks like somebody is going to be real sweet on you this week, because the King of Pentacles represents success coming from those that are achieving or will have achieved success that they want to share with you. The King of Pentacles could indicate you really coming into your own as far as maybe some important career or development when it comes to an aspiration or a financial goal or a work goal or even just a household living situation goal that you have. Now, with the King of Pentacles, this could be a person, this could be an ally or a friend, or this could be a development that is occurring around you in several different spaces that is culminating in this shared success. With the King of Pentacles, a lot of the times we see somebody who is succeeding at something that we really care about, or they have mastered the world that we are a part of, and they are looking to not just celebrate their own win by themselves, they're more evolved than that, they actually want to share that win. For your community, friends, relatives, other people in your life, you've got the Sun card reversed. And the Sun card reversed is all about you getting a chance to start doing the work of healing or repairing or re-energizing something that was once lost or diminished or blocked for whatever reason in the past. Now, this could be a friendship, this could be a project, this could be a collaboration, or this could just be something that, really does put a smile on your face, something that was a bonding agent in an important relationship in your life. However, with the Sun card reversed, you may still have to be ready to encounter certain complications or even resistance to this, because even though the Sun card reversed is a good card, it indicates good fortune and good opportunities that may clash with not so great things that we also share space with. For your challenge this week, you've got the Ace of Swords upright. And the Ace of Swords upright is the card of spearheading your own cause, spearheading your own initiative, taking green lights, taking roads that open when they open. A lot of the times with the Ace of Swords upright, we are being given a boost. We are having things unlocked for us. But when it shows up as a challenge, it's basically saying, okay, if a door is unlocked and swinging open, why are you sitting at the threshold? When the light is green, you don't want to be the asshole who's on his phone and holding up all the traffic behind him. Sometimes this card can show up where we need to be ready to get back into action, where we need to be ready to be the initiative taker, we need to be the assertive one, we need to seize the day. And you are challenged to do just that. And, maybe when it comes to all of the other considerations that may make you be the guy at the traffic light, you can let those be for, you can set those aside for a week. For your relationships with love, romance, and partnerships, we've got the Wheel of Fortune reversed. And the Wheel of Fortune reversed is all about things taking a bit of a downswing. A lot of the times the Wheel of Fortune reversed, we see situations that are going into a state of either decline, that we need to be more realistic about, that could prompt some issues, some difficult conversations in a relationship. A lot of the times I see this show up, it has to do with some kind of plan or initiative or, again, joint path or project where it's not working out. But it could still be something that somebody, or maybe you and your partner, are both still very attached to, that we need to be ready to let go of. Sometimes this can show up where it's a plan for the future. Sometimes it's something that we've been carrying on for a while. Again, a project or an activity. But with the Wheel of Fortune reversed, it's starting to maybe escalate in terms of what it might be creating issues with. And so we have to get realistic about what this is. For those of you who are single or are available to new people, the Wheel of Fortune reversed is indicating a situation where a new relationship or new relationship opportunity is likely going to be something that could be entertained or looked at, but we have to set a more realistic plan. We have to, we can't just throw caution to the wind and see where the chips fall. With the Wheel of Fortune reversed, good opportunities do need to be looked at realistically and with care. So if you are out looking for love this week, you've got to strategize and you've got to be grounded in the way that you do it. And you might want to get away from some of your old haunts, your old habits, or the things that you used to do. If you break your old cycle, you might be in luck. So that is what I've got for you all. I hope you found this helpful. If you did, don't forget my name is Nico, Son of Selene, and should you ever want to get a session with me, you can go on ahead to my website. It's integrativemysticism.com.